Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I've got all the things to set up a brand new budget organizer. So it's time to get my finances in order, and I've got all these things here, my notes, my document holder, like folders, dividers, my wallet, some envelopes, and as well as these discs. And I'm just going to go ahead and just move everything to the side so I can get into this. And as I set up, I will explain what we're going to do, but I just wanted a clean surface here. So we're going to start with the first step, which is my wallet. And one of the things that I want to be able to do here is show you the entire process. So first thing is when I get receipts, I basically stick it in my wallet in this one slot in my wallet. I am following right now a Declutter 365 mission, the 15-minute decluttering missions, and this is a combination of multiple days. So it's making a bill organizer, making a wallet organizer, and setting up a tax organizer. And I thought I would combine them all together into one just because to me it makes sense to have all three of those things: bills, receipts, and tax stuff all kind of in the same system. And so with that being said, the first step, as I just showed you, was putting everything into my wallet. So when I get my receipts, I just basically stick it into my wallet, and that's pretty much it. That's my system. And then what I do is at that point pull everything out of my wallet and sort it. Oh, and as I'm getting my receipts into my wallet, I also do take my receipts from my husband as well. Now, as I get set up, what I'm going to do is start pulling some things. I'm going to take this cover. This is from the guided journal from the Happy Planner. I'm going to use the cover here. There's like this glue dot, like these glue dots. I'm so glad like the new version of the Happy Planner, like branding, doesn't have the glue dots. It's just kind of annoying. There's still a little bit of residue still left here. Sorry for the noise. But I'm going to use these covers and I'm going to set up basically what's going to be my second part of the system. Well, I don't know if it's my second part or my second step or what, but like as I mentioned, my first step is basically to keep all of my receipts in my wallet. I do keep all of my receipts as well as my husband's receipts, and it's all receipts. So online purchases, all the things. I'm going to move everything right here and get these discs so I can put them on. So I do take the covers and put them together, and I do need to put this white disc, and I'm just gonna put it, I think, right here. I'm putting this putting this together as part of my home binder system, and I like to use the white disc to kind of designate like which volume it is. And so this one being fourth down, I'm missing a disc. Where's this other disc? There it is. Okay, so I'll put it on there. I do put the covers together and just kind of snap it on like that, and now it's all set. I do use that fourth disc, like I'm saying, to just kind of designate like where it is in my home binder system. And then I'm going to start putting in a couple of things. Now, I do have pocket folders, which I'll put at the end, but I also have these dividers. These are random dividers that I had in my stash. It's just a January through December set. And I'm just going to stick them on the discs and get back to it, kind of explaining what I'm saying. So step one is to put all of my receipts into one spot. So it's going to go into my wallet. That's my receipts, my husband's receipts, like online orders, all the things. I basically, if I don't have a receipt for it, I even like write on a random post-it note and stick it into my wallet. So it all goes in there. And then once I have it in there and just like need to process it, I'll move into step two. But I'll talk about step two like once I get the setup. So I'm going to put all of these dividers on here. Last little set here. And with the dividers here, one of the things that I did in a previous video was set up this bill pay from Taylor, the Home Storage Solutions 101 website. This is part of the 365, the Declutter 365 missions. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to put this in here as well. And what I've already punched this on the left side, but I think I'll like either punch it or just trim down this edge right here and just glue it to the back of the divider so that way it can cover up the monthly portion. And so then I would have like 12 months worth of these bill pay organizer checklists. As I finish out the year, I'll like add those in there, but I'm not going to do that for the time being. I'll just leave it as that. And then I have these pocket folders from the Happy Planner. These are just random. Some of these are not even Happy Planner, but these are random pocket folders that I have. It has the front and back pockets. And I'm going to put a pocket behind each divider here. So I'm going to try to, like, this one has a pin holder, and I think I'll use that last, actually, just to have it in the back. But I'm just going to put these in kind of randomly. There's really no particular order that I'm putting these in. And so I'm thinking, like, with this setup, one of the things that would make the most sense is to, and of course, like, there's the divider, so I can mark which month I'm in, and then once I add in the bill pay sheet on the back of the dividers, then once I get 12 of those in, I'll have a full year worth of, like, what am I trying to say, of, like, monthly bills that I need for the entire year. And then I'll be able to use these pocket folders to put receipts and bill statements and tax paperwork and all of the things. So I'll kind of, like, show you what I think, in theory at least, would work. This is me setting it up for the first time, so I have no idea if it will work or not work, but, you know, we're just going to try it out. So you'll also, I mean, I think at this point you realize I'm using, like, classic size pocket folders, covers, dividers, and the discs are classic size as well, and I have 9 of them. So this is a setup that I'm doing for classic size, and I put this one in the back just to be able to have a pin holder, and I think it works in the back. Now, when you put this all together, you can see that, like, at the bottom it's very bulky just because of the pocket folder, like, bump out itself. And if you wanted, or if you don't want to do any of that, you can just purchase this. This is the greeting card organizer. Let me zoom out, not in. This is the greeting card organizer. I purchased this directly from the Happy Planner website, and I wanted to give you a flip through of this. This is big size, but it has dividers, and here it has birthdays, anniversaries. You could just notate. For me, I would convert this to, like, put the bills in this section. You could put it by date, obviously, but of course it's meant to track, like, holidays and other things as well. There's a section for notes, but then it has the pocket folder, and these are big size pocket folders, like, same like with the classic size, front and back. And so I'm not going to flip through the entire thing, but I just thought that this, if you don't want to set up your own classic size version, or if you just wanted it big, you could do this. So this, again, is the greeting card organizer. I got it from the Happy Planner website. It has the full setup, but it has the 12 pocket folders and the 12 dividers, very similarly to what I set up here with the classic size. So with that being said, though, let's get back to kind of me explaining my process. In theory, what I think will work here. So I've got this set up now. And so what I'm thinking will work is, one of the things I do is, during the week, as I take out all the receipts, I'm just going to use as a fake receipt, but I am going to use this receipt and do 2 things with it. First, I need to check that it cleared my bank. And so that's the very first thing that I need to do. I also need to, I like to scan it into Fetch during my weekly sessions, and so that way I can get some points for it. But this is all part of step 2. Like, during my weekly paperwork session, I check to make sure it cleared the bank, or it's on my statement, and then I scan it to Fetch. Oh, and also for, like, online orders, I also make sure that I've received whatever the online order is, and so those are all part of the weekly paperwork session. So I get it from my wallet from step 1, do my paperwork session, and then what I think, and this is the new part, I'm going to put it into an envelope. I couldn't find smaller envelopes, but I would use just the regular mailing envelopes. But what I'm going to do is just use these envelopes. I wish I had a smaller one. It would have worked out better. But anyway, like a smaller one like this. And I would just tuck it into the pocket folder like this. Now, Taylor recommends that you just keep your receipts for a few months. But I think it'd be fine for me to keep it for the full 12 months. And just kind of stick them in here. Once it gets scanned and gets cleared from my bank account, I'm just going to put it in an envelope like this and stick it into this pocket folder. Any bill statements would also be put there, and then the back pocket I'm going to use for any tax receipts. So I will separate out any important major receipts and put it in here. I also like to, just FYI, take the extra step of scanning any major receipts, things that I would keep for tax purposes. I do like to scan them too, but then I would store those major receipts in the back. And so the front part again would be like bills, minor receipts like food, gas, that type of thing. It would go into this envelope. And then all major purchases would go in the back. And then at the end of each year, when I do my taxes, I'm going to take all of these receipts, all the things that were bill statements, all the things that were tax related stuff, mostly the tax related stuff though, and I'm going to store them long term. So actually it should just be like, I really should just store the tax paperwork, but I'm going to put it in a larger envelope like this, just put the date on there, the year, and then I would be able to just keep all of my tax records in a larger envelope. And then after I clear out that particular month, once I get back to like January of the next year or May of the next year, those receipts, after they've been sitting in here for a year, I can just like toss them. I think after a year you can just throw away the minor receipts, so all the bill statements and stuff from the front pocket would be thrown out, and all the major stuff that was in the back pocket would go into this envelope. So I don't know, I think that makes sense to me. We'll see how that it kind of works out. So that's just my process. This is what I'm thinking would work for me. So I realized when I was editing this video that I forgot one thing. So of course I had my bill organizer that I organized, as well as the tax envelopes that I put together. And I forgot to mention in the previous video, but one of the things that I do plan to do with these tax envelopes is to put it into a fire safe waterproof document holder, which is this thing. I will link this in the description so you can find something similar if you would like it. I keep it very simple. It's just an envelope style, but this is a document holder that is meant to be like fireproof and waterproof, and so I have vital documents and things I'm trying not to flash on screen, but one of the back sections here I'm just going to label as taxes. I haven't done it yet. This is all kind of like a brand new system for me, but this yellow one I'll probably label taxes and stick my real actual taxes that's in my envelope into the document holder. So it's going to go from here to here to here. So I think that's just how it's going to work. So hopefully I covered everything that I needed into this video. So I'm really just kind of talking it out loud for myself, but hopefully it works for me and hopefully it gives you some inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.